DeFoi, and normally I would say welcome in here to News Junkies, but we're making some changes here at Heritage Media, I'm glad to say. It's now going to be called It's Just That Simple, and instead of a guest, we've got a co-host now, Michele Wilson. Michele, good to have you with us.
Thank you so much, and as always, it's a privilege and an honor, and I'm really excited about your new show.
Well, it's our new show, just not my new show, but it's ours collectively. And, you know, we're going to be getting into some areas that, you know, it's just that simple. And we're going to be talking about simple solutions to everyday problems, perhaps annoyances that people can take with them and use. And we're going to be talking about such a topic today, you know, and we're out here in downtown Oxnard as we wrap up the 2015 year, and it's just before Christmas. And with holidays, Michele, there are scams that are going on and about, and we're going to talk about 7 of them today.
Yes, you're so correct. You know, people are out there, you know, having a good time shopping for their loved ones. And unfortunately, there are people out there that want to take advantage. And this is a prime time because this is when people are really out there using their credit cards, making purchases and so forth, and actually have their can't even think of the word, their defenses down. That's it. So yeah, so it's really a good time to really talk about the scams, what's going on around this time of the year.
All right, well, let's do our top 7 scams. Number 1.
So number 1 is, as I mentioned, that there's several people out there, you know, shopping. And actually, I was reading online just recently that $23 million families are people who are purchasing and they're having packages sent to their home never arrived at their home. So that's one of the scams. You know, people, thieves will just actually go by people's home, and if there's packages left out on the their porch or, you know, out at their door, people just go by and pick them up. So, you know, just be very careful when you're ordering online and so forth, that you either have a signature or have them delivered to your work or somewhere where you can get to them immediately. So that's kind of one of the scams. It's really not so much a scam, but it is happening out there, and I just wanted people to be aware that, you know, you think you're going to order something online and it's going to get to you safely, but unfortunately over the years they are not reaching, and so and if you want that in time for the holidays, you definitely want to make sure you take precautions.
Well, I would imagine that there is a certain number of individuals that would actually follow different delivery trucks, whether it be FedEx, UPS, DHL, or any of the big ones, or even the small couriers, to different places where they might deliver to see what's going on.
Yeah, actually today I had to drop by a client's home, and there was FedEx right there. I mean, you have those big, huge trucks, so, you know, and if they're going up and down, you know, the street, people can definitely just follow them, and as soon as they drop them off, yeah, the thieves are coming and picking them up. So yeah,
it's almost a portable billboard.
Exactly, it is a portable billboard, you know, and especially in today's working society, you know, half people are not home, you know, they don't get home until late in the evening times, and so, like I said, they get there and are thinking their package is going to be there. So if it's something very valuable, expensive, you definitely want to have a signature, or as I said, have it delivered to your work or even to a neighbor's home, you know.
Well, I know for myself, I have a P.O. box. That's where I have my packages sent to. At least there's some level of security there.
Yes, there is a lot of security there. And I think the way things are going these days, it's almost better to have a P.O. box either at the post office, or they have them where you can purchase them, you know, at a mailbox type facility. All
right, so number 2.
So number 2, let's talk about the online shopping. You know, it's so convenient these days for us as individuals to go online, but it's also just as easy for the thieves. And so a lot of times you'll get pop-ups and you think they're great deals, and, you know, something about free. And I remember my mom always says, you know, nothing's for free these days. So if you are getting some type of pop-up, or even in social media, and it's saying that you can give a free gift if you know, go ahead and give them the information, I would just be very precautious. And what I would do is actually Google the company before you click any links that you're not familiar with. So just the online scams are just out there.
All right, number 3.
So the number 3 is email. Actually, I recently got an email saying, hey, there was actually someone wanting to deliver, and I never received the delivery. And I'm thinking, I don't know anyone who's going to deliver, was delivering a package to me. So that's also a scam. You'll get a scam you'll get an email saying, hey, we tried to deliver a package to you, and we need some additional information. There's a link in there. So that's the third type of way that people are getting, getting your information. And going back to just information and scams, some is just financial, where they're just trying to get extra money from you. But really what they want is your personal information. So if anyone's ever trying to ask you for your phone number, your address, any type of personal information, I'd really be suspicious about that.
Well, I know that when I deal with certain businesses and I have to make a phone call, one of the things they'll ask, is, can I get your social security number, sir? And I'm going, I don't give it out on the phone. If you want my social, I'm happy to give the last 4 digits, but that's all I'm going to have, because I know that they've already got that information on hand. I don't like giving it out on the phone.
Yeah, and I was just listening to, people use your Social Security as, like you said, just for information or verification purposes only, and they do not need that information. So if they really want it, the last 4 digits, or you can say, hey, can I have your phone number, and I will call you back. Never take an inbound call. You want to make sure you know who you're calling. So that's another way to get around it.
All right, so number 4.
So number 4 is social media. A lot of people are on social media, and there's this giveaways, that people are saying, or purchase a gift and you'll get 6 gifts. And actually it's almost like a pyramid scheme, because they're not really getting anything. So just being on social media, be very careful again about just really, they're asking for your information. So social media is another way.
And, people fall prey. I know of one individual that said, oh, Facebook is giving away $5,000. It turned out to be a scam.
Absolutely. Like I said earlier, nothing's for free. No one's going to give you free money or a free check, so you just want to be very cautious. And you really know when if they want some information from you first, that is definitely some type of scam going on.
All right. Number 5.
So number 5 is grandparents. There's a scheme out there where grandparents are receiving, or elderly folks are receiving phone calls, and they're saying that their grandchildren are in trouble and that they need to wire some money to them, or that they lost their wallet, And so I just say, if you're getting some type of a phone call that is, an urgency or emergency, I would say, hang up and call them directly to see if you can connect with them. And if you can't, maybe find another family member. But that's another way that people are just taking advantage of, especially our grandparents.
Well, with, an elder population, they want the protection of their grandchildren, no doubt, but you need to be very, very cautious.
Very cautious. And like you said, as grandparents, you love your loved ones, and you just want to make sure they're taken care of. And that's why they can get away with it, because they touch on your heartstrings.
Number 6.
So fake charities. There are a lot of people who want to give donations to charities and so forth. And sometimes a charity, the name might even sound familiar when you get the link, and it's actually a scam. It's a false website. So I say, before you click the link, you would want to just Google and go to their actual website if you're receiving anything like that. So yes.
Wonderful. And let's wrap up with number 7.
Number 7 is Malicious Where, and that's basically also through emails, not so much like you receive an e-card and you think it's from a friend or a family, and when you go in there and click the link, it downloads malicious wares to your computer. So you just want to be very careful. When I get an email and I don't recognize the person, or sometimes you'll get just one sentence, I always look at the email just to see if I recognize it, and if I don't recognize it, I don't open it. But just be very careful with emails, just clicking on links, because then they can download malicious ware into your computer.
So those links will actually open up, do that infection, and to get that off, that can be quite an ordeal.
Yes, they call it a virus. So just think of when we get sick as individuals, how sick we can get. We have to go to the doctors, where you're probably going to have to take your computer to a doctor to get it fixed when it gets a virus.
Very, very true. Now, you're with Premier Solutions. I would be remiss if I didn't allow you the opportunity to give out your contact information where people can get a hold of you if they need more information.
Absolutely. The best way to get in touch with me is by my cell phone. It's 805-304-5088. But you can also email me at Michele, and my name is spelled with one L, Michele at premiersolutions.com.
Excellent. And as I've said at the beginning of our program, this is now a co-hosted program. It's not just a guest, but a co-host. I'm thrilled that we've come to this point as Heritage Media is expanding. And Michele, I want to wish you and your family a very, very, very Merry Christmas and a happy 2016.
I'm looking forward to going to the new year with you, Bill, and I wish you a happy New Year's too. Happy holidays. I'm really looking forward to 2016.
Well, I tell you what, we have been doing these kind of programs for several months now. You're a wonderful addition to our group here at Heritage Media. Like I said, I look forward to great things.
Me too. I have so much fun, just spending time with you and just really sharing and just educating, and I'm just looking forward to 2016. So thank you for having me.
Well, I've learned a lot. I hope you have too. I thank you for joining us. You've been watching It's Just That Simple with Michele and Bill. We'll see you in 2016. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas, everyone.